and welcome back. So we are now in the middle of what I call tricks to make it stick. The last video talked about one type of trick to make it stick, which was delaying satisfaction. The second one I want to talk about, I call it scaling it down. And what that is still, again, choosing to eat what you want, but having it in an amount that will make you happy when it's over, right? Because it's very easy to be happy while you're eating something, right? Because you're enjoying the pleasure of that food. But it's an entirely different thing to feel happy both physically and emotionally when the food is over and when you're done, right? Because we get so used to loving it and enjoying it every minute of it while we're eating it, and then we're miserable and feel bloated and disgusting and hopeless. So what I found is when I started scaling it down, I felt so much more freedom. So I'll give you an example. Let's say I would go to like a salad bar place where there's someone standing behind the counter, and I would tell them I would like to have lettuce and chickpeas and avocado and I don't know, chicken or whatever I'd want. And then I'd go sit down and I'd look at the salad, but I had in my mind, so I was following Weight Watchers at the time, and I knew approximately like how many points I would want to have for lunch, because if I had a certain number of points for the day, I was just trying to plan out how many to have for, let's say, a particular meal like lunch. So let's say I wanted to have approximately 7 points. I'm just throwing a number out there. So I would look at the salad that they gave me, and if it had like tons of avocado and tons of chicken, like the binge eater in me would be excited about that and I would want to eat it all. But again, this is all about the opposite of the impulse. So what I found myself doing was looking at the chicken, looking at the avocado, and saying, I don't really know how many points this whole salad is, but I know that if I eat all of this chicken and all of this avocado, it's going to be way over what I really will be happy with. So maybe I would take 5 pieces of avocado and 5 pieces of chicken and either throw them away or bring them home or give them to somebody that I was with. But the point is, again, I was having this like conscious conversation with myself instead of just diving in head first, which is what I had done for those 45 years when I couldn't control myself around food. So I also found like one of the snacks I wanted frequently was frozen yogurt back then in 2010 when I finally figured this out. So I would go to the frozen yogurt shop and I would ask for a small chocolate yogurt. And I remember they would give me like a tremendous amount. So again, the binge eater in me would be like, oh, I'm so glad they gave me so much. But this peaceful eater was starting to emerge from within me. And what that looked like was me saying to myself, how much of this can I be happy with when it's over? And again, what I said before is we can be happy because we're enjoying the pleasure of a food while we're eating it. But what about when it's over and you're left with that misery of, ugh, what did I just do? Right? So I needed to be happy when everything was over, because remember, my compelling why was I needed to get into bed happy. I was just too miserable. The first day that I came up with this, I was just too scared to get into bed one more time with all of those negative feelings and physically feeling disgusting. So if I wanted to achieve that why by being happy when I got into bed, I had to be happy after everything I ate. And then by definition, I'd get into bed happy. So I would go to the frozen yogurt place. As I said, maybe they gave me more than what I thought would be, let's say, 3 points. If I wanted to have a snack that was somewhere around 3 points, maybe they gave me something that I thought could be 6 points. And again, it wasn't really about how many points it was for sure, because I didn't know. I didn't need to be that specific. It was more about the activities that I was doing to take care of myself. So I remember getting a huge amount, and what I did is I just took like a huge scoop off the top and threw it away, right? I had never done that before. So instead of being excited that they gave me too much, I scooped off enough so that I was left with what I thought might be about 3 points. And then what I did is I paid attention to every bite, and I enjoyed it, and I felt so satisfied and comfortable. And just the act of scooping it off and throwing it out gave me a calmness I had never had before. Just like when I was talking about the potato chips in the last video, where I was deciding when to have it. When would I be happier? Would I have it now or later? Just having that conscious conversation with myself gave me such calmness. So now we have gone through two types of tricks to make it stick: the delaying satisfaction and scaling it down. And I will be back to you on the next video, and we are going to talk about the third type of trick to make it stick.